An alert security officer at a Southern California high school is being hailed as a hero for thwarting an apparent shooting plot. Police arrested a 17-year-old student at El Camino High School after the security officer said that he heard the teen say that he was planning to shoot up the school. Authorities then found handguns, 2 rifles, and a 90 high-capacity magazines at the teen's home. Just 90? Joining us now from L.A. is that alert security officer, Marino Chavez. And here in studio with me is Jim Hansen, a former member of the U.S. Army Special Forces and now president of the Security Studies Group. It is so great to see you. Marino, tell us about what happened. I mean, you are just being hailed as a hero today, given what happened last week in Parkland. How did you have the foresight, and tell our audience what occurred?
Well, it's a Friday afternoon at El Camino High School, and the bell rang after lunch. So I'm watching all the students going back to class. I'm walking around, and then I overhear a student state that, watch, there's going to be a shooting on this campus. So I got just part of what he had said. So then I walked up to him and questioned him again, asked him, okay, what exactly did you say? And then, of course, he's denying it. So I escorted him to the office, questioned him. I called the assistant director to the office. I called the counselor. And I'm questioning, and he finally admits it. They said, yes. I said, I guarantee you within 3 weeks there'll be a school shooting. He goes, I'm just kidding. I don't mean nothing about it. So then I ask him, I tell him, you can't say that, just like you can't say bomb on a plane because you'll be escorted off the plane.
Right. And so then the authorities went to his house. They found all those weapons.
Right. So I called the sheriff's department. They came down, talked to him, investigated. They took him into custody, and they checked the home, and they found the weapons.
Why have they not identified him, by the way? They haven't identified him by name. Is there a reason for that?
Because he's a minor. He's under 18 years. So they have to protect his identity.
Yeah, but he could be charged by, minor. He's 17 years old. He could be charged as an adult in a plot to perhaps blow up the school, to be looking at his social media. Jim, I got to ask you about this. I mean, Marino did what the FBI did not do when they had actually seen these comments on YouTube, and then, of course, got the tip at the FBI line. So a security officer at a school hears it and says, whoa, this is not right.
Which is why armed security at schools is a great idea. The argument against it is absurd. The idea that somehow this does not help is crazy. Now, whether or not the guy in Parkland failed in his duty for whatever reason to protect those kids, that doesn't invalidate the concept. You know, there's a famous saying from the Wild West. God created men, Samuel Colt made them equal with the peacemaker. Well, the left has made one crazy with a gun more equal because now they're the only one who's armed on too many campuses, and we need to change that.
Now, Marino, the school, the El Camino, is a small school, certainly compared to Parkland. It has 200 students compared to 3,000. Are you an armed security officer or unarmed?
I'm unarmed, and there's about 265 students, approximate.
Okay, so you are armed or unarmed? Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
No, I am not armed. I got a duty belt with everything except a gun. No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, we are not armed.
Would you prefer to be armed, or you're not comfortable with that?
No, I used to be an armed officer before I started with the school district. Yes, armed would be better. I can do more for the school district because if they're shooting in the campus, I can just run and hide.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do now? If someone gets into the building, I mean, you prevented a school shooting. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. People say, well, he might have. No, you prevented a school shooting. What would have happened if that kid, who's for some reason we're not identifying because he's a snowflake, what if he had gotten a gun, gotten in that? What are you supposed to do? Throw things at him? What the heck are you supposed to do? It's ridiculous.
You do what that football coach did in Parkland, and you run at an armed gunman, and use your own body as armor to protect kids.
Okay, so that's what Marino is supposed to do. Marino, the teachers and the parents, and frankly the students, if they're not indoctrinated by CNN or other organizations, I mean, they have to, someone like you who knows how to use a firearm. The president said that today. People who know how to use firearms, who are adept and confident in their use, should be armed at a school. Do you agree with him?
I agree a lot with them because a lot of officers have the training, so they're the ones that should be armed, should be standing outside in the quad in the front of campus, showing off the uniform, showing that we are not an easy victim, that we will shoot back if you come and attack a student on campus.
Well, I want Marino armed, not with his great mind. Just that was good, but we want you also armed with a firearm. Jim and Marino, thank you so much. What a great panel.